as well. So I want you to take a look at these two pop-ups right here asking for your Apple ID and password. They look nearly identical, but one is official and actually from Apple, and the other is a recreated pop-up box that looks almost identical, but it's gonna log and steal your information. So if you've been using iOS for a while, you've seen this pop-up box many times, and most people, 99.9% of people, would not even hesitate to put in their password. They wouldn't even think twice about it because it looks the same and they're so used to just putting their password in. But developer Felix Cross outlined how dead simple it is for an app developer to make a system pop-up that's literally identical to this and drop it into any iOS application. And this is scary because it's allegedly been sneaking past the App Store review team for years now. And it's not just one pop-up either. You can see right here, there's this one right here that we just showed. If you go head down, you can see there's another pop-up that doesn't have an email that just asks for your password and it looks legit as well. You can see the official and then the phishing pop-up looks nearly identical. So there are different variations of these phishing attempts going around right now. So you definitely need to be aware of this. And once again, since we've been using iOS for so long and we're so accustomed to these random pop-ups just popping up at any given time, whether it's in an app or just randomly on the home screen, most people will not even think twice about entering in their credentials. All right, so now that you see that this is actually a thing and actually happening out in the wild, how can you protect yourself against this? So first off, just look at the pop-up itself. There's going to be very subtle differences, maybe just one very subtle difference. So in this one, you can see that the quotation marks are a bit off on the phishing attack pop-up right here. Now I wouldn't expect most people, especially your casual everyday user, most people are not going to notice a little quotation mark that's a little bit off in one of these pop-ups. They're not even going to be looking at that. They're going to be in such a hurry that they're just going to enter their password in. So there's a much better way than just looking at the pop-up to tell if it is real or just a phishing attack. And here's how. So if you're in an application and a pop-up appears like this asking for your credentials, the first thing you want to do is hit the home button to see if the application quits. And if it does, that means it was a phishing attack. But if the pop-up stays visible as well as the app, then it was a legit system dialog asking for your information. If you've been using iOS for a while, you should know that you cannot press the home button to cancel a system dialog like that. You have to press cancel. The home button does not cancel it. So once again, if you're in an application and you get this pop-up right here, click the home button first and see if it goes away. And if it does go away, that means it was a phishing attack and you just saved yourself. Now, another way to protect yourself is by, if you can, never entering your credentials into a pop-up, even if you think it's legit. So a better way to do it is just to dismiss it, open up the settings application and manually enter in your password. Now, sometimes this won't work and sometimes you'll have to enter it in the pop-up, but this is just another thing you can consider. And then lastly, you can also try entering in the wrong password at first, and if it accepts it, you know that it was fake and a phishing attack. So this is probably a little bit too tedious and a little over the top for most people, but it is another option. But once again, pressing the home button after you see this dialog is the best way to spot a phishing attack. Now, another thing to note is that if you already started entering in your password, but you hit cancel, it's probably still too late and your password was probably still logged. So you need to be very cautious about this. So you can see here the developer who publicized this information says he's already filed the issue as a radar with Apple and said that it could be fixed by Apple not allowing passwords to be entered in pop-ups, instead only in the settings application and App Store. However, we still have not heard back from Apple on this issue yet, but once again, this has been going on for a long time, so it's glad to see that this has finally been publicized. However, it does make you think about what else is out there that has not been publicized that's also been going on for years. And if you want to know more details about this, I will leave a link to this article in the description below. It was from the developer who publicized this information, and it's very useful information to know. But anyways, guys, I hope this helped to inform, if not save you, from giving away your Apple ID credentials. If you think this video can help anyone, make sure to share it with them, and also if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for a lot more similar iOS related videos. But thanks again